Hambrick, and I will be your summer school first grade reading teacher. We are just going to go through the packet that you have for first grade reading, and I'll just clarify some things that you might see in the packet and go over basically what's in the packet and what your child is expected to do. So you will have this packet from June 1st to June 12th. It must be completed by June 12th. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Your child will have 3 standards they'll be working on throughout the course of the packet. The first standard that your child will be working on is using pictures and text to understand word meanings. Okay, so all of the assignments for this standard will be related to using pictures and text to understand word meanings. So there are 2 assignments and 1 assessment for each standard. On this page, all they're going to be doing is reading the sentence or having the sentence read to them. Y'all can discuss what the meaning of the highlighted word may be, and then they will write their own sentence using the highlighted words. Same for the word emergency. And then we go down, you're going to do basically the same thing again. Read through this passage or have the passage read to them. Discuss the word exclaimed. Think of a synonym for the word happy. And then write a sentence using a synonym for the word happy. On the next page, you're doing the same thing as the first page, looking at the sentences, figuring out what the highlighted word means, and then writing a new sentence using that highlighted word. Again, there are instructions on every single page. They're usually very self-explanatory and very clear, but we're just going to go over them just to add some more clarification for you. Again, you're doing the same thing here. And then for the assessment piece of this first standard, your student will be reading through the passage or having the passage read to them. And I need to stress to you that this is an assessment. That means it is a test. So the assessment portion of this packet must be done independently. You cannot help them with this portion. It must be done independently. So there are 5 questions in the assessment. The second standard your student will be working on throughout this packet is describing plot elements, including main event, main idea, and problem and solution. So what your child will do on this portion is they will read through this story called Wrapped in Ice, or have it read to them. And y'all can stop and do the sidebar activities. Those will be really helpful for your child as you go through the story. It will really help cement understanding of the story. And then down at the bottom, when you get done with the story, your child will fill out a book report for Wrapped in Ice. So what they'll do here is they'll write or draw pictures of the characters in the story, write or draw a picture of the setting where the story happens. And then here, they're going to fill out what happens in the story, write or draw what happens in the beginning, the middle, and the end of the story. And then down at the bottom, they're just going to fill out what their favorite part was. And then here, again, their opinion, this book was great, okay, or not great. And then they're going to do the same thing again with the next portion of the packet. It's just a different story. The story is called Super Tools. And again, they will read it or have it read to them. And as they get through it, y'all can do the sidebar activities over here, which are, again, will be really, really helpful for your student. And then when you get down to the bottom portion, they'll fill out the graphic organizer. And again, there are instructions on every page where it tells you exactly what you're to have your student do. Down here at the bottom, your student will pick 2 problems from the story and fill them in, either write or draw on these boxes right here. So right on the first box, they'll write or draw 1 problem from the story, and then write or draw a solution. And then down at the bottom, on the bottom portion of the box, write or draw another problem in the story, and then write or draw another solution. It goes with it. And just like the other one, there is an assessment that goes with it. Again, this is to be completed independently by your child. You can read the story to them if they need, and also the questions and the answers, but they need to be choosing the answers independently. Okay, and we'll go through the assessment. That was 5 questions. And then the last standard that your child will be working on is discussing author's use of print and graphic features to achieve a certain purpose. So you're just going to be reading through the passages, doing the sidebar activities, and your child needs to be looking for pictures, charts, tables, maps, graphs, anything that's a graphic feature that the author has used to achieve a certain purpose in the text. So on this page, again, please complete the sidebar activities. And then here, again, there's instructions at the top, reading or having the question read to them, and then filling out the boxes and answering the question on the dotted lines. Down here, we're doing the same thing. We're reading a nonfiction book so that your child is really focusing on the print and graphic features in the story. The story is called All Kinds of Helpers. Again, please make sure they are doing the sidebar activities. And when you get down to the bottom portion of this, there is a graphic organizer to fill out. Please read the instructions. Make sure your child is doing everything on the instructions that it says. And then here they're just going to put a something from the story that they saw, like a clue as to what the author's purpose might be. Like a picture or a graph or a chart, something that helps us understand the story. Here in this box, you'll be writing or drawing it. And then here you're putting why you think the author put it in there. What would their purpose be? And then again, just like the other two, there is a 5-question assessment. And I'm just going to clarify one more time. These assessments are to be completed independently. You may read the passage, you may read the questions and the answers to your child, but they will be choosing the answer on their own. And that is the end of the summer school first grade reading packet. Again, my name is Mrs. Hambrick, and if there's any questions that you have or need any help with anything, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. The number that is on the lesson plan for me is 512-814-7473. I can be reached at that number via phone call or text message. And that is a really easy way to get in touch with me. Also, email at chelsea.hambrick@tisd.org is another way to get in touch with me. So I can't wait to talk to you, and I will see you soon.